Are you hiring SAP consultants for a major migration? Well, maybe you've been told to interview the experts. Here's the problem. You're not the expert. They are. So how do you avoid hiring the wrong team? Let's talk about how AI can be your secret weapon. So the first thing we need to do is take the requirements that we've been given and combine it with the CV of the expert that we're trying to assess. So Gemini can help us come up with 10 really good questions and what we need to look for in terms of the answers for those questions. Now we can take this to the next level. If we put this information into AI Studio on our phone, we can have it act as a sidekick to us during the actual interview itself. So Victor, tell me a little bit about your experience with generative AI and SAP.
I can integrate generative AI with SAP very easily. There are many platforms and many applications that we can work with, and I have helped hundreds of customers in order to achieve the automations.
Now, once Victor's finished talking, the AI is going to analyze what he said against our requirements and give him a follow-on question I can ask. So Victor, can you provide a specific example of how an SAP business process you helped automate with generative AI and what the specific modules were involved in these projects?
So, one example is for a customer called Formula E, where we implemented the agentic system for procurement planning, so PP, where we helped to analyze the supplier quotes and compare them with the past purchases, as well as do the market research to evaluate if the supplier quote is fair or not. In this project, we use the technologies like Google Vertex AI integrated with SAP through the set of connectors, and then we used SAP, Google ADK in order to develop such agents.
Analysis briefing. Alignment with requirements has not demonstrated specific experience directly aligned with the core requirements for implementing GenAI solutions within the specified business processes of production planning and finance, as detailed in their example focused on supply chain, which is outside the defined scope. Technical depth or gaps. The technical depth regarding specific integration points with SAP modules relevant to the project has not been demonstrated. Suggested rating. Based on the information provided so far, and the candidate's lack of direct experience with the specific required modules and use cases, the current rating would be around a 3 to 4 out of 10. Further questioning is needed to assess their understanding of the specific requirements in the document.
In reality, this takes a little practice to get it working on your phone, and you have to supply it with a unique prompt, and you'd never let Gemini interrupt the interview with its voice. You would turn the volume down. But I think you can see from this video that Gemini can be very useful in a couple of ways. Firstly, we can combine the CV with the requirements, and with the right prompt, we can get a list of questions, even some follow-on questions that can help us conduct an interview where we're not the expert. The second thing that we can do is we can use Gemini as this AI sidekick, and it's going to listen to the responses and it's going to assess them and give us potential questions to ask in real time, and even give us a rating at the end of the interview. I have to say, I think 3 out of 10 is a little bit harsh for poor Victor.